on EA Sports. The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll throw to begin with Purdy. Throwing the out route, and Ayuk has it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. It's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On 2nd down, Purdy gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Nice job there by the defender. He's able to break up the pass, but I think if he's able to get there just a little bit sooner, now you can get 2 hands on the ball and give yourself a chance to come down with an even bigger play and come away with the pick.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Young. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Young. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Quick throw here is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll put Ayuk in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
3rd and inches, you're thinking the tight ends are on the field to block for the back or the quarterback, but not here. Nice setup here, playing to the tendencies of their offense, and they come away with a nice completion.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
70 Lions! 70!
On the handoff, here comes Hall. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A 2nd down throw for Young. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Hawks 70, Hawks! Ready, ready!
They'll try to run for it with Hall. A pickup of 14 on that wall. And the Jets have a 1st down. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
Ready up! Here we go, here we go!
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run. It's Hall. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Jets. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Purdy. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Third and short. Purdy. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll throw again with Purdy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That's Hassan Reddick getting in there to bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Purdy. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. They'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another run here with Paul. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's Young. He's got this on target to Addison. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Young. Open man. That's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Tag. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Now Young. A throw on the run is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at...
And he's in! Touchdown, New York.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready? Let's go. Last thing, 19. Check out.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Sauce Gardner. And the Jets are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
65, yeah. Get it.
Young to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
70 range. Ready? Hut, hut.
From the gun, it's Young. Open man downfield, it's Addison. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go. Set.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Young. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
And that is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And this one is blocked. Into space. Inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game. And we'll send you about a mile north of here to our studios in the Creative Village. Standing by the coach with our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Can't fault the effort. He got half a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw, Young. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead.
This is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The ball still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Now a give on the ground. Stop at the 6. And that sets up 3rd and goal. So Kittle comes in motion. 3rd and goal. Purdy. And he'll take it on in. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Tony Adams. And And the Jets will take over at their own 15. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
First and 10.
60 Bison. 60. Ready.
Here's Hall. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. Quick throw, taken in. Woo! They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Jets first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At the 43-yard line.
Ready. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
A second down throw for Young. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
Open man, right side. He's got it. Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
What can they do here? This is third and forever.
Go.
Here's Young. He'll get this complete. It's Addison again. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Jets will extend their third quarter lead. McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll go play action. Purdy. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield. In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Here's third down and a few inches. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the run, here's Hall. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 27-yard line. That's another quick first down, and that's a 25-yard gain.
Let's go.
A give left side. Here comes Hall. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Look him up on a second down and 8.
After 60. Set up. 70 Lions. Go.
They'll go play action with Young. Duvernay with the grab. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, New York. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So Kittle comes in motion. A first down throw for Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here we go. Set.
So Kittle comes in motion. Throwing on second down is Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Second and a yard. From the gun, it's Purdy. as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. A tight end in motion now. They will run it over center with Hall. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's a run going left. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3.
Let's go now.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. A give. Here's Hall. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. They'll go again with Hall. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Let's go.
Give up the middle with Hall. Ooh. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards. Here's a toss, right side. And some nice footwork as he spins forward for a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They give to Hall. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. A run here with Hall. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Jets will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. He'll start at the 2. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
First and 10. Purdy. Caught. This is Ayuk. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Purdy now on second down. That's Ayuk with it on the left side.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He keeps it himself.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Sauce Gardner. On the give, it's Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. So now, after the penalty, a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.